Long time no see.
I know it's been a while since we've been online, but I've managed to keep things going. Apart from last week, where I did feel a bit low last week because it was 30th anniversary of my brother Graham, as you knew.
Yes.
Death, and it was the day he died was the Monday. So I didn't feel like doing the chat show last week.
No, I can understand that. That makes perfect sense, to be honest.
And I always feel that you've got to listen to your own kind of heart, and if it doesn't feel like doing it, you don't do it. And this week, this is why I've chosen be in the now, because in the now, I'm not grieving, I'm happy, and I think we've got to realise when we go through challenging times, take that step back is a good thing. Even when allow yourself to be sad for that day and just get through it.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, well, those kind of arrangements, those kind of anniversaries, if you like, kind of touch the heart in a way that most don't really, and you don't really realize it until it happens again. It's like, I think I've we've all, I mean, if you're old enough, you get to a certain age, you've probably lost a few people in your life that are important to you, and it's like these anniversaries kind of bring back a lot of feelings. The first few times it happens, you don't necessarily expect it, but then you kind of anticipate it every year at just about at that time.
Yeah, and I think one of the funniest things that that I was remembering, like what we were really like 30 years ago. It's like the pubs we used to go to, the music, everything, the memories came flooding back, John, and
we
used to hang about then.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
And it's like it's a bit of nostalgia there that weekend as well. So it was nice to kind of go through that. But it's funny, as we get older, we still remember these useful times. I think if you've got good memories, I think you've got to kind of, we've all got a bad memory, but if you think of a nice memory and you anchor it to some sort of like squeezing your ear or an acupuncture point, a bit of NLP there, it actually helps you trigger off a nice memory and a nice emotion.
Yeah, if you've got some kind of mechanism, if you like, to connect, to connect to memories of the past, it always helps.
Yeah. And I suppose I better start sharing this as well. But as we're sharing, hello Lorna, and hello Sandra Reid, and I think there's other people logging on too. But
yeah,
and we'll start sharing. So if people's out there, share it. I want to share it to my home pages and other pages, because I shared it originally to them all, and then the restream got confused. It's like, that was a while back, so people couldn't see me, and they were sending questions, and we couldn't see us. So I'll just share that. So what you been up to yourself, John? You've been working?
I've been working away. Just pulling pints in the pub as usual. It sounds really exciting, doesn't it? But yes, I've been working away. I've also, I mean, apart from the day job to keep the rules from the door, I've still been working on continue to work on my website. As always, and build that. And I've been a bit quiet as far as the business side of things is concerned for the last little while, though I've been kind of resting up. And I think that it's been an important time of healing over the last few years for me, to be honest. And really rest and recuperation has been the order of the day. About the only time I go live is when I'm on live with you at the moment, to see some of the happy folks that follow you, and perhaps one or two mutual ones. And it's always great to do this. But this is one of the few things I actually do at the moment, just because it's been a period of rest and respite. And I think it's something that's important for us all sometimes. Taking a step back, and I know we're going to be talking about mindfulness and living in the now this evening. And it's like one of these things, taking a step back sometimes from all the trials and tribulations and problems of the world is not a bad thing.
Yeah, and I remember one of the things that you used to say to me, or you say to people at night time when you were working online or when we're doing readings and stuff, is don't phone me after 7. That's it. Phone's off.
Yeah.
And that was your time. You made it very clear. Yeah. I think that's what we've got to do. in today's world to set boundaries with people, even our closest friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's important because you need to kind of guard your own energy a little bit. I mean, one of the things about friends, I suppose, present company accepted, of course. But they can take friends. Well, no, they can occasionally be a little bit of a burden. But I mean, they say a friend in need is a friend indeed is one of the things that they say. But are you willing to reciprocate when it's the other way around? It's good when you've got really old friends who do actually reciprocate, which is what we are, you know.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to build that. If you happen to be younger and you haven't arrived at that place yet where you've known the same people for 20 or 30 or 40 years, it's important to think about building that and building those relationships. I think the best friendships you have are the ones that have, that you've had from, your teenager time or your childhood, for those who are lucky to still have them.
It's funny because one of the things we were doing last week was remembering the times that we first met and stuff like that. And, because we used to go out with my brother and stuff. But
Yes,
I'll say hello to Alison and Georgina. Nice to hear from you. Lorna, Sandra. We're just waiting for a few more to come on. And but if you've got any questions you want to ask in any spiritual aspects or mindfulness experiences you've had, how you've overcome them, stuff like that. Because being mindful or living in the now, because in the now, it's going to be a good crack. In the now, we've got no problems. In this moment, we've got no problems. In fact, in every moment, we've really got no problems. But if you think about the past and the future to come, the exam, the driving test, going into work the next day, that's when the stress hits, John.
Yes. This is exactly it. The whole reason we have problems is because we are not mostly living in the now. The whole reason we have problems is because our minds are buried in things that have come before and things that may be but may not be. I mean, there's not really, if you think about it logically, there's not actually any point in being stressed at all, really, because everything that happened in the past has already happened and can't be changed. Right, everything, and you don't know what is yet going to happen in the future. Now, we can pull cards and things like that and predict a little bit depending on the energies, but nothing is ever set in stone. Everything always depends on how you respond to your life experience and to information that you expose yourself to. You always have the free will and the choice as to how you're going to progress and proceed. So really, there's nothing set in stone. So why do we spend all the time? I wonder sometimes, because I do, why do we spend so much of our time stressing about all the things that we can't control instead of managing the things we can?
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a great question. I think that's questions just out there as well, or if you want us to answer some queries about stress, because sometimes I think stress is a good thing. There's some stress, like, it maybe prepares us, okay, to be less stressed. It's like, do the study, do the planning. So it takes away that stress, but that's what you can do in the now. And that's what you just said, John, is think about what you can do to reduce that stress. Go for a walk. Just like you've joined the gym now, you were telling me the other day, and that's probably helping you with your stressing, because you were the last person I would see in a gym, John, to be honest, years ago.
Well, I mean, a few years ago, that would certainly be true. I mean, considering the difference in the lifestyle I had, even 3, 4, 5 years ago, compared with the lifestyle I have now, it's complete change. It's completely different. I suppose you can see. I mean, this is why I'm sitting here doing nothing at the moment, more or less, literally chillaxing for as long as it takes to find myself again, because I'm literally getting to know myself, if that makes any sense at all, because of the massive life change that's happened over the. I mean, obviously, some of it has to do with ill health. Again, we want to keep it positive tonight, so I'm not going to be talking much about that, except to say that sometimes something bad can be a catalyst for something good. Exactly. And even though, and in my case, a period of ill health was actually a catalyst to go and improve my health and to go and do something about my general health and fitness. And so I ended up doing something that no one even those who have known me for 30, 40 years, like yourself, would have ever dreamt that I would do. I went and joined the gym. 5 years ago, I wouldn't have dreamt that I would join a gym. But now I'm a member of a gym and I'm going 2-3 times a week. And so change is always possible. Change for the better is always possible. But
I remember you saying last week we were talking about this. And one of the things that I love when when you're talking to it, was in your face says, I now get the endorphins, the buzz after the gym, Derek. I get it now. I says, I feel magic after being at the gym. And to see your face light up when you said that, that was because as you know, I used to go to the gym a lot when I was younger and stuff.
Yeah.
And never out it sometimes. I need to get back into it now. And I used to love that buzz when you come out and you're so chilled and you're nice and relaxed and you feel as if you've achieved something as well. Even if it's just 10 minutes on a bike, you know what I mean? It's like, it's amazing how you feel, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, the way I haven't experienced, I didn't, it was a completely new experience for me. I had heard about it, but I hadn't experienced it, and some things have to be experienced to have appreciated, and that's one of them. How you feel when you've just left a gym after a workout, it can't be explained adequately. You have to actually do it and feel it to appreciate it, and yes, it is something else. I feel 100% fitter and healthier right after a workout. 100% fitter and healthier. And that's, and I mean, that doesn't, it lasts until, it doesn't last until the next workout. That's the only thing. But over a course of time, it begins to last longer because you do get, fitter and healthier, obviously, with it. As long as you're doing the right kind for you, your body, you consider it carefully, and you're doing the amount that you can deal with safely, and you're doing the amount that you need for what your goals are. And you do that sensibly, and you will notice long-term difference over time, but you get that instant buzz at the end of a workout. It's just amazing.
Yeah, and it's like, I missed it. I get it. Like, I did the garden, it's like I call it mindful garden because I just escape when I do a lot of physical work in the garden, pulling weeds and cutting grass and doing stuff. And it's only a wee garden I've got, as you know, but I love it so much because I have things growing in the walls and it's I get that buzz and endorphin release as well when I do the garden. And it doesn't matter. You don't have to go to a heavy gym or you can go for a swim, a walk with a dog. That sort of is living in the now. It's what you can do. And one of the things I say to people not to do is wallow. It's like, when you're depressed, is wallowing, being the victim. I hate the victim mode, unless it's my team gets beat by Celtic or something like that. I love playing the victim mode then, throwing the toilet. That's part of the fun. I enjoy that. And you know that more than anyone in me over the years when Aberdeen gets beat or Scotland get beat. We love playing the victims and then it's over and we just laugh at ourselves. But that's part of the act. And I think we get accustomed to being the victim sometimes with the media always hitting us and stuff like that. With all these pills to take, boosters or whatever, take this vitamin, that vitamin to make you feel better, when really going for a nice walk can do the same effect. And I think the media's got a lot, and we know we're not going to talk about conspiracy stuff tonight, but it's our learned behaviours what we'll get out now, John.
Yeah, actually, random question came into my head just when you were talking about victimhood. Do you think that there is, for Scotland and for some other parts of the world in particular, do you think that there is an ancestral link to victim mentality?
That's a very good question. I personally think there is. And I think that's something that we've had to live with for a long time. And that's why we got this sort of negative attitude towards ourselves. And there's Lorna Walker saying, it's hard to put yourself out of victim mode when you're sold out by family that was trusted. Well, yes, it's hard, but it's very easy to say, no, I'm not taking any more. It is actually easier than you think, Lorna. And it's their karma, not yours. So you don't have to feel guilty about it. You still send them love. And I always say, you forgive the person or the group, but it's up to them to forgive themselves for the actions. You don't have to forgive any actions towards you. And that's the way I've dealt with it. And that's the way a lot of the teachings say to deal with it, because the actions belong to the person that gave it. And they have to face the consequences of their actions. But I pulled a wee, what's the crack card for you, John, go to the gym, which says, you're a beauty.
You like those cards, don't you? Actually, they're actually
so it's like,
I set myself.
You're beauty. So it's like, in the heart of Glasgow's banter, confidence shines through. This card celebrates the allure of genuine spirit and natural charm. Embrace you're a beauty, both within and out, and let your radiant spirit lift those around you. Always remember you're a true gem. And I think that's when it was great seeing your face after beating the gym and stuff, and how good you felt.
Yep.
That was really good because I know how hard that was for you, John. It's like to go into that gym in the first place.
Yeah,
Right?
but oh my God, how intimidated did I feel when I first went, and I went to, I made an appointment to go to one of the wee classes to just give you a look around and things like that.
Yeah.
And I didn't really feel that had done justice to what I needed to know to get started because I wasn't really much the wiser. And so I went to another kind of little class to show me around the weights, if you like, and then I was shown a few of the pin machines so I can actually start training a little bit, and then I felt a little bit better, and it still took me a week or so. So this was about 2 or 3 weeks after I initially got my membership. So it's just as well I got a special deal in the first month, isn't it? Because I didn't use it much the first month before I actually went in anger, so to speak, and did some actual workout. But after that, once I'd got a little bit comfortable there, then the confidence grew, and now I'm happy to go, and I'm prancing off to the gym like a happy wee guy, and can't wait to get started. But honestly, in the beginning, I was so intimidated at the prospect of it. But I just really thought that I had to do something to get my strength back, to get myself back to strength and back to health. And it was literally my 60th birthday present to myself as a way of extra motivation. If I buy this myself for my birthday present, I've no option. I've got to do it.
You mentioned, because we were called, there was three of us used to hang about together when we were younger, called the Three Musketeers, and I was the youngest. And it's like, you turn 60, I'm 60, not this year, but next.
Yeah.
And when you start looking at yourself, you start saying, I better get myself fit here, I know, put on weight, and you start getting conscious. It's like, even looking after my face when I'm doing these videos, I'm like, how do I look? If I get dry skin, I'm this. It was like, you get more paranoid as you get older, don't you, John?
Yeah. I mean, I would never dream of, trying, getting a razor out and just making sure there isn't any stragglers here and give myself a little trim here before I put camera on. I wouldn't never dream of doing that, obviously. Yes, I did. But, this is it, a little bit of human vanity isn't a terrible thing if it helps to motivate you to make a little bit better of yourself than you would otherwise try. Yeah. When you get older, one of the things that you can do as well is you can get a little bit lethargic and a little bit less motivated to look after yourself properly. And I'm not going to project this. I'm going to say that I felt like that myself before, and so I don't know. I think maybe even a little vanity can go a long way if it's not overdone to just help the motivation. And why not?
Yeah, I think people shouldn't feel ashamed if they're slightly overweight or they've got a spot here and there. It's the fact that they're taking part. And the majority of people that go to these gyms or go to these places or go to a class, whether it's a yoga class or a mindful class, meditation class, they all felt the same way when they first came in. And so they usually are warm to you. And that's what I say to people is, in the now, we haven't got any issues. When we take that breath, and basically we can say the F word a few times and just get all that negativity out.
Yeah.
Now we haven't got any problems. In
the gym, I have no problems in the world. Not a single problem hits me. The earphones go on and I'm on that cross trainer to the Proclaimer's 1,000 miles. And I don't have a problem in the world.
Yeah, that's a good question to ask. What songs do you play when you're in the gym? It's like, I've got a playlist for the gym. It's motivational stuff because if I'm on that, 5 minutes to go, and you're like, I really need a motivational song. There's a few there.
I just put on an upbeat playlist with some kind of upbeat music too, and I basically, for example, this cross trainer is an amazing thing, but I tend to match my pace to the tune it's on. So I've got upbeat tunes to make sure that I don't get too lazy. I'm not putting something really slow melodic on while I'm on a cross trainer, kind of like this slow little trundle. So I want to be going, the feet are like this, So I've got upbeat music on throughout while I'm in the gym, and it's on the cross trainer. Sometimes it's hilarious. I'm belting away like crazy.
I remember I came out of the gym, and it was the first couple of times getting back into it, did a spinning class, and you're starving. You're thirsty, you're starving, you've had plenty of water, right, enough to keep hydrated. And then, right, I'm going to drive to the kebab shop or something, right? And you're going to drive, then you start feeling guilty. And I went to the shop and got a wee bag of fruit and something healthy chew bar or something. And I went down to, it was River Nevis here, down to River Nevis. It was a nice evening, and sat at the fruit and the banana and the healthy bar thing. And I felt 10 times better that I hadn't went to the kebab shop and got loads of chips and pakoras and all that as well. Because it just undoes the work.
Oh, you're not kidding.
Your whole brain starts switching into a different mode.
Oh, you want to know something? See, after several months of incredibly healthy diet, which is what I've had, right? For the first time the other night, and I don't drink at all, right? And my diet is 99% healthy in any event, except for an odd biscuit here or there, which I treat myself to. For the first time in like a couple of years, actually, I went to McDonald's, but I didn't buy any of the really what I thought would be, really unhealthy foods like the big burgers and things like that. I had a chicken salad, because you can get a salad from McDonald's now, right? And so I took it home, and I'm looking at it, and of course it was a big pile of lettuce with a couple of bits of beef tomato and a couple of bits of cucumber. That was a salad. So the salad wasn't particularly appetizing to see. And the chicken was nonetheless still an unhealthy, deep fried piece of spicy chicken meat, spicy chicken breast, if that makes sense, right? And the day after I thought, okay, well, that won't be too bad. And I had a couple of mozzarella dippers, right? But at least I made an effort, made it a salad, I thought to myself. So the day after I had that, I had indigestion the entire day.
Yeah.
If you get in a habit of eating healthily for a reasonable period of time, and you have one unhealthy thing, that can suddenly show you exactly how unhealthy that food is that you were eating regularly. Does that make sense? Previously,
it definitely makes sense, and that's how. That's what I found out after I started the gym 20 odd year ago, and get into kind of when I was back in Fort William doing the mountain biking and stuff like that, and getting fit when the kids were younger, and taking that step. But I was always a sports person when I was younger, so it was a lot easier for me. But there's a good question from Sarah. It says, I think I strive with a certain amount of stress. Do you think it can also be good for you? I think it can be, but it's a different type of stress, like being excited. Because stress and excitement are very, very similar emotions. I definitely feel that excitement stress is a good kind of stress. It's good for you.
I think perhaps stress could be considered as a form of excitement. It could be like the shadow aspect of excitement, if you like. You can think of it that way. Negative excitement as opposed to positive excitement that comes from positive motivation and things like that. However, I'm going to say that there's also there's like an extreme endpoint of everything. Right? An extreme endpoint of positive motivation is becoming a workaholic to the point where it starts to interfere with having a healthy life in other ways. And so, yeah, I think that stress can definitely help to motivate you when it is that kind of positive motivation. But I also think that it still needs to be balanced with a healthy lifestyle in other ways, so that you're not becoming a workaholic, so to speak, and then perhaps neglecting other parts of your life that should also be important.
But you've got to say to yourself, does this stress belong to me or someone else sometimes? And I have to laugh. Georgina sort of mentioned McDonald's there as well, and I can't eat McDonald's generally anyway. I always end up so ill. I was trying to eat it, and it irritates my IBS. Yeah, you're totally true. It does that with mine.
Yeah.
Then again, I do like a nice, like I've had a plain burger or something like that with all the sauces, but I don't take all the fries not anymore. And I don't deny myself something I used to like. And sometimes I will get ill after it. Other times I'll enjoy it for what it is. It's like I still love my kebabs, but kebabs are full of salad and stuff as well. I love all that. And I still like it, but I'll take a healthier chicken or a greasy donut sometimes. And I think we shouldn't deny ourselves when we're going out with our friends or whatever, but just be more careful what we choose to eat at that restaurant or place we go there. But it's funny, I've put time to get off your bus. It's like, so that was an answer to the stress, right? Question as
Time to
well.
get off the bus.
Yeah. And basically what that's saying is not every journey is meant to last forever. Sometimes it's time to stay off, take a breather, and find a new route. This card is your nudge to rejuvenate your path. Are you not where you want to be? If not, maybe it's time to hop off this bus and find another. Life's too short to be on the wrong route. And that was an answer to Sandra's stress there question. So yes, if it's too stressful, get off that bus and get on another one.
Get off the stress bandwagon, so to speak,
Yeah.
Everybody's on that at the moment.
Now,
Social media doesn't help.
this is a good, really interesting one here. It's you saying, I'm really impacted by other people's stress. Yes, because you're an empath. And empaths and people like me and John, we pick up stress from other. Suddenly we start feeling stressed, and it's we go, where'd that come from? And sometimes it doesn't belong to you. When you figure it out, saying, "Oh, I was with somebody, one of my friends, and they're really down and out," and I'm feeling that. You've had that, John. We've both had that. Well, we left a certain friend or whatever, and saying, "Christ, how are you feeling after talking to so and so?" And you'll go, "Yeah, I'm feeling like crap too." It's like,
So I literally meditate and raise a shield before I go into work because I work in a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, just because otherwise I would be feeling everything. I mean, when you're in an environment like that, though, everything floods you, and you're just gonna flood, and it's kind of incoherent, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It can just kind of the mood of the place will affect my mood generally overall, if that makes sense. Yeah. And it can be quite exaggerated, and I can suddenly find myself being in a really bad mood, and I don't know why. And so, I've kind of started trying to heal myself a little bit.
There's Michelle Cassie says, I just joined a gym last Monday, 30-day trial. It's a small group. I can hardly move my arms tonight. Working on weights. Feels like my arms have a weight attached to them. I get worried if I get up and my arms aren't tacking along the floor. I know the feeling. I know the feeling, Michelle. It's so funny. And actually, when I'm there, I pulled another wee card for you. It's away with the old.
Away with the old, in with the new.
And it's
probably one of those cards so far, Derek, could apply to me, Yeah,
and it's like away with the old. It's all about releasing, decluttering, and letting fresh winds of change sweep through your life. It's a light-hearted nudge to clear your spaces, both inner and outer, making room for new energies, opportunities, adventures to enter your life with ease and abundance. So, Michelle, that was for you. And it's like, because the card designed these cards for everyday life cards, like what's the crack cards. Hopefully, I can get them published very soon and get them out so people could see them. So I've just been using them on channels. It might be new arms, she's saying. Now, getting back on subject a little bit. In the now, we have a lot coming up. So I want to tell people what's happening this weekend. You can get the captions up, no design. Right, coming up this weekend, a fantastic guy, Charles Lightworker. He's running a sound healing workshop in our soul retreat. There's still a couple of places left. This is an amazing workshop. If you've seen tuning forks or sound forks, they're absolutely amazing. And you'll get a book from him as well. Charles is an amazing guy. He's part of our team now. And you'll see more information on our Soul Retreat website about Charles. He's such an amazing guy, John. And we've also got the Reiki Share tomorrow night, if I can find that one. Here we go, Reiki Share tomorrow night. You don't have to be doing Reiki or a Reiki master or a therapist or anything. Just if you're interested, come along and you'll feel the healing energies of angelic Reiki, and you'll get a chance to try some yourself and experience it. And we've also got a laughing yoga. The laughing yoga is some experience, John. It's we had Natalie on here a couple of weeks ago, and she was absolutely amazing, really interesting person, and it's amazing the power of laughter. And I love when the classes are on and I'm in next door and I hear all the laughter. It's fantastic. And coming up very shortly, 24th of March is the Animal Communication Workshop. I'm hoping to have Neen back on the show next week. Amazing person, very, very psychic, very intuitive, and she's running an animal communication. We all love our loved ones there, so that's coming up. And I think we've got a tea party coming up as well. But we've got a few things coming up, miniature events. But the main ones are the sound workshop and what else we've got coming up. I've got Sarah. She's coming back on to talk about the ghosties. So we're starting a soul retreat, spiritual and development group, John.
Yeah.
You up for that?
Right. Okay.
The big screens. Let's see if we get a chat back up here. Margaret Hertman, always good to cleanse. Yes, it is always good to cleanse, and I think that's what we're talking about is by doing something different than that is cleansing the mind, and doing a bit of mindfulness is basically getting your soul to take the control back, because the subconscious, what runs the body and the mind, really, and that's if there's bad spanners in there or viruses in there, it will continually making the same mistakes and eventually it'll crash. So it's good to clear it out and have a good push and clear out as well. And that's mentally, physically as well. So Heather Lane's coming on there. Now, what I love doing with John, because we both love our tarot cards. And the weird thing tonight, John, right, was we both brought the same pack of cards.
Yes, we did. Because I've got them as well, yeah.
The old pack.
And you can't get these anymore.
Can you not? It's
No, well, because this is the original, the Gilded Tarot, which you can't really get these anymore. These are the ones with the border on them. There's a new version out now that are borderless that you can get, but this is the old version you can no longer get. So I can't even put these in my shop and sell them. So these are but I love these cards. These are one of my favorite decks.
Yeah, I love using them as well. And my Rider Waite and Guild packs with 2 cards I've probably used the most. And I think it was quite fun. Now, we could do, it's quite funny. We started a new thing, John. You missed this last week. I don't know if you were watching. It was a double-double.
What's a double-double? No, I didn't see it.
We'll both pull a card at the same time and just go, right now, we'll both pull a card.
Oh, really? It's even funnier if we both get the same deck. Imagine if we both got the same card from the same deck. That
would be quite funny. So if anyone wants a card reader, now is the time to say card, please, boys. Or card, please. Back to the chat. So we'll give them a chance to catch up. And just like old times, good to see you both. I'd like a card, please. So Hazel Murray is the first one. She said it. Thanks, Heather Lane and Lorna Walker and Heather, a few of the guys there for some of the questions. But still feel free to ask questions, guys, as well. And the cards will bring up questions as well, and I'll help answer. Hazel Murray, just like old times, good to see you both. I would like a card. So we'll do a double.
Why not? Yes.
First. So let's go. Oh, look at that. I've got the 3.
I've got the Page of Cups.
Page of Cups. Normally, the Page of Cups means fertility, doesn't it? My interpretation of the 3 of Pentacles is, and there's a fire in the background there, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like I'm rejuvenating. I'm getting rid of the old and moving forward. So the fertility card ties in with that, John, in a sense, or the One of Cups. Page of Cups ties in with that, doesn't it?
Page of Cups. Yes. I mean, when I'm looking at, I'm looking at some kind of news, and I'm seeing the 3 of Pentacles.
Yeah.
Can I have a look at that again?
3 of Pentacles. When you see that, it's all about rejuvenating.
Both together. I just wanted to see the 2 of them together for a moment. I mean, that looks like it's the same chap.
Yeah.
Possibly. And so that he's working at something, and there's going to be some news regarding a job.
Yeah.
Of some kind.
I feel some good news coming up, Mark, and I also feel that Hazel, that it is time for change, a different type of change, whether it's change in work or a change in attitude, because it's like there's good news coming which will give you that change.
Yeah, I mean, the word job doesn't necessarily relate specifically to employed work, but Yes, there's some kind of news coming up. It's going to be very interesting, I feel like saying.
Yeah, definitely.
For some reason, it's just in my bones or something coming.
And we've got Heather Lane. I'll get you to pull on your double this time. We'll just, when we feel like a double, John, we'll go for it.
When we go for a double, we're going for it. Well, I've still got these. I've still got the same deck in my hand, so I'll stick with them this time, and we'll see where I go. So I'm doing Heather Lane. One more shuffle. Don't want to waste too much time here. Here we go, and cut them for you. And we have.
You're on the big screen.
Screen. Look at this, Heather. We have got the Queen of Pentacles. Now, aren't you well organized and getting everything together for yourself quite well over time, and maybe kind of feeling in that place where you're close to getting comfortable? That bird in the background, for some reason, I keep looking at it. It's like there's, it almost looks like she's ready to look over her shoulder at it. And I'm just wondering what she's paying attention to that's distracting her from sticking to her set goals. Perhaps you could say that represented by the pentacle she's holding. What she's holding on to there is what she has. It's everything that she identifies with it. Sometimes she identifies with it a little bit too much. But she's distracted currently. I just feel like saying, and it has nothing to do with the meaning of the card. It says very often when I'm doing these readings, it's purely intuitive. And in this case, this hasn't to do with the meaning of the cards. It's just what's coming to me. I just feel like saying, I feel like asking, are you distracted by something that might be pulling you away from what you should be focusing on? And perhaps you want to just look at that and see whether you want to regain focus and direction.
Well, funny you saying that, John. I've got I love's in the air. It's like, so maybe been distracted by a lover. It's like, feel the magic that happens when two hearts connect. Caledonians embrace. I love's in the air. Celebrate a deep bond, passionate energy between lovers. Cherish those precious moments. Let love guide your actions. And remember, in the dance of love, every step and glance, touch, tells a tale as old as the Highlands themselves. So if you are being distracted, it's kind of a good thing as well. So sometimes we're too serious about our work and we don't enjoy the love around us. So that being organised, so there's a bit of both there. Now, next, I've got Lorna Walker. She wants a card. I'll do it. I haven't done one for Lorna for a while, so let's get back onto the big one here. I'm going to take my big tarot cards here and be random. Well, there's three come out here, but this is giving up something. Now, it's just like, Lauren, I feel like there's been a bit of a loss or a disruption. You could say a defeat, but really there's a victory in the defeat, right? So it's overcoming something that's been challenging and moving forward. There's no winners or losers. You're just moving forward. Now, two cards came out with that, and it was, again, it's looking back. There's a lot of mental health stuff here, because it's swords, which is air, and that's mental. And it's looking back. So try come back to the now, Laura. And again, another swords card. Go on a trip, take control back, and move forward. So these three cards is all about your mental state. And that's what we're talking tonight about, is being in the now. Because in the now, I don't need anything, don't want anything, just observe. So don't panic or don't let things go, Lorna. Just be in the now and enjoy yourself. Be with yourself. And that's what the subject is tonight about, is being in the now. And don't overthink things. That's the subconscious overthinking. So enjoy and remember to connect to the happy memories, right? So we're on to Sandra now, John. I'll let you do this one. Sandra, read once a card.
Read once a card. Well, okay then. Well, I've already shuffled, so just another couple. And wait a minute. Where's it going? Oh, this is the one it wants to be. Oh, look at this now. Oh, we've got the star.
Oh, fantastic card.
Yep, we've got the star, Archangel Jophiel. Now, the star says, a dream come true. Believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. The star can mean both loss and gain in different readings depending on the context and what have you. Mostly, I feel like it's about really hope, bright prospects, and things like that. It's hope for the future. It's hope for something better. And there's a lot of hope in you, I feel like saying. Do actions to benefit that hope and move them forward is what I feel like saying. You know, it's advice we could all give ourselves. It's very simple and very straightforward, but how often do we take it? This is something, you know, for you personally right now, Sandra, please take action to benefit the hopes that you have. Okay, it's very important.
Yeah, I feel that as well. I feel a little bit sad, Sanders. I hope you're not a little bit down today. You know, get out and get some fresh air tomorrow and really be kind of embracing the now and just be, you know, because I do feel a little bit low with that one, John. Margaret Hepburn. Now, I think we should get ready for a double with Margaret. It's like, I just feel like double. It's like, oh, I've lost my.
Oh, we've swapped sides. Was I not on the other side the last time?
Oh, it's good. Right.
Are we doing a double? Okay,
Count of three, right?
Wait a minute. Don't rush me.
Well, I'm not rushing.
Now I'll cut them.
2,
2,
3.
There we go.
We've got
10 of Gabriel.
And I've got the 9 of Pentacles. Now, I spoke about the 9 of Pentacles this morning. It's a happiness card. It's happiness and being proud of our achievements, money and stuff like that, being thankful, grateful, and, you know, the butterflies there as well. It's all about change and transition. So I don't know what you're seeing in that card, but what did you have?
Well, it's interesting that you're talking about change and transition because this card here talks about lightening your load. You know, in the classic tarot, this would be the 10 of Wands. But if you remember the figure of the chap, the 10 Wands on his back, and he's walking up a hill. But but very close near the top of the hill is the destination where he's going to. He's very close to his destination. Margaret, you're close to your destination. You don't have far to go. That's right. You know, and this positive change, I feel like saying, is coming soon for you. It's going to be an end of a trial.
Yeah, and I've got peeking through the mist, Margaret, and it's funny because where she stays, if it is the Margaret I'm thinking of, is there's a lot of mist. It's like, so sometimes our path ahead seems surrounded in mystery, but trust in your own intuition and wisdom of your ancestors. Let this card remind you that even though the way ahead isn't always clear, your inner compass will guide you through the thickest mists of uncertainty. So, yes, there's some challenges coming up, but you're going to overcome them, and there's light at the end of the tunnel, Margaret. So, Hazel says, thank you, John. Leanne Coots would love a card. I'll let you do Leanne.
Leanne, I've got another deck again.
I know her quite well, so it'll be good that you give her some insight. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's interesting. I'm just wondering why I've grabbed these cards actually, but here we go. Leanne. Well, hello, Leanne. Love a card. Thank you. Your card is coming right now. We have got. What have we got here? Joy.
Oh, what a card.
Oh, I love getting positive cards. Joy and ecstasy flow through me wildly and freely. So this is a card. This is a card deck, essentially of affirmations. The one at the bottom of the deck, just quickly as well, compassion. The vibration of compassion shines through my every cell. Have compassion for yourself, Leanne, is what I feel like saying. And repeat this affirmation as often as you need to help you to feel that joy, because we all deserve it. We're all allowed to experience joy in our lives, you know. We literally don't have to explain it either, you know. It's not a case of do we deserve it or not. Every single one of us literally deserves joy in our lives. Every single one of us literally deserves love in our lives. For all of those who need to hear it, including you, Leanne, joy and ecstasy flow through me wildly and freely. Repeat that as often as you feel like. And, you know, express joy in your life.
And, you I put on the chat here because some people aren't seeing that we are seeing the people on Twitch, we are seeing the people on YouTube, and I've just put the chat to the side of us.
Yeah, I've just noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah, so see if we can, fit the chat in on the screen, the big screen. Maybe that's better. It's like I don't know how that works. So we'll try it for a wee while anyway, because it's all new technology. Because because we are getting extra jury talk. Look at this. There's some we need to get rid of. It's like,
have you noticed that as well?
Yeah, it's like Uncle Robus would rather see a tree grow or I know. Oh God. Past life was the IP2 monitor.
There's quite a few funny. There's quite a funny chat going on YouTube by all accounts as well.
Oh, there certainly is. It's like, people are watching this. You can see this. It's comical. But you know what? People can slag us off all they want. It's not till they come and see us, John, and they see how professional we actually are. And but some people will be getting blocked off anyway. So bye. It's like
you ever see a tree grow or a negro? I'm not quite sure what that means.
Yeah, 3-2 chat.
Oh dear.
They're gone. Big gulp. It's like, I think it's Big Gulp. The person who I think she is it Alex, because she keeps changing her name. We've blocked the ones that are causing the problem. So I think Celtic are Rangers boys. Look at this. Joe Blogs. Well, actually, we're Aberdeen boys, so get rid of the Celtic and Rangers.
Well, I mean, I beg to differ, Derek. You're from Fort William and I'm from Ayrshire. Yeah. So actually, in both our cases, neither of those teams apply, really.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I would say anyway.
Bumped our blade, oh yes. It's funny how you get these people, and it's what happens on YouTube. And Uncle Robus, you know what? If you don't like it, you don't have to listen to us, And it's all funny how we never get any comments from YouTube, and all of a sudden we've got loads of comments, So Facebook guys, get commenting. Lorna Walker's from Ayrshire as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
just getting rid of some of these other ones.
Yeah, there's a fair chat going on
YouTube, right?
On YouTube, like, yes.
Yeah, I'm just blocking a few people here. So
oh dear, there's one or two of them. It's not.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. We've reported them, so don't worry.
Oh well. I just had a quick glance at the YouTube chat. It's something else.
Yeah, I've just been blocking a lot of them anyway. So, I wonder where all this racist stuff comes from. I mean, it's like, what's the point?
Oh yeah, I noticed the racism. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no need for that.
Bumped her, are you having touch that? Right, Michelle Cassie. I'm just trying to get rid of some of these.
It's a shame we go to the YouTube chat, and the first thing we have to do is start blocking people.
Aye. Block. It's like now there's a comment from Lorna Walker. Thanks, Derek. The anniversary of Mother's death triggered past difficult days. And it's like a Mother's Day does bring up some sadness, just like Christmas Day with some people. And yeah, Margaret, I agree. Aberdeen to win the Scottish Cup. Yeah, that's my thoughts. It's like, oops. What's going on, boys? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, there's a few getting blocked. I think that's them all blocked now, John.
Yeah. Joe Blogs thinks we should call the police on them all.
Right, I think that's them all sorted.
They did succeed in interrupting the show for about 5 minutes, though, didn't they?
Yeah, till you block. But this is the good thing about having this buttons that we can block.
Yeah.
And Leanne Coote says hi. Thanks for that, John.
Yeah, you're more than welcome, Leanne.
Right, I'm going to take these comments back. I'll get rid of the comments on the screen, I think. It's easier. Yeah. I think I've got them all now, John. So we're safe now. Just now, wouldn't it be great, Derek? Both Fort William and Sport Aberdeen. Fort William are doing well again. The football side, the club I was chairman.
Because you're not involved.
I was involved. They were doing well, and they went downhill after I left. Now those people on Facebook, we didn't realise we were under attack on YouTube. So we just sorted that out. And I think that's I don't know, I might have blocked some wrong people, but it's like I just had to block a few there. Alfie Newburn and Ellen, Janet Lowe. Like, where are we with the cards?
I don't know. I've lost my place. I'm afraid we had to dig down the chat and find out where we were.
We'll start again. Anyone would like a card? That gin tonic on your... No, it's just water. I wish it was... I don't like gin. It's like vodka. It's like... But I haven't won them for a while. I'm behaving myself the last few months. You know what? I've gone off drink, John. I know you're stopped drinking as well. I've just gone off it
completely. Yeah,
I've just gone off it. I think it's it doesn't motivate me now. I've the odd pint and the odd whiskey at rare occasions, but I've kind of just gone off drink.
Yeah,
I think it's the way as you get older, you tend to do that. There's Jen Suri. She would like a card. So let's get back to doing the cards, guys.
Yes.
Sorry about all interruptions there.
Yeah. So we'll go for a double.
We'll go for a double, yeah.
We'll go for a double. Because I've picked another deck again. And so this deck would work well with you using a different one. It's unlikely that we'll fluke the same one for this, but I don't suppose what we're saying now. Right, then I cut them. Okay, I'm ready when you are.
1, 2, 3.
Oops, it's upside down.
Arrow. And I've got the 3 of Pentacles again.
You've got the 3 of Pentacles again. That's interesting. Right. Okay. Just point your arrow in the right direction for the goals that you have. Is what I feel like saying. The arrow card here literally says surround yourself with protective energy. So it's a very protective card. It wants to say you are protected, and you're protected more than you know that you are. You might not feel like it all the time, but it is. My initial words were point your arrow in the direction that you really want to go. And so I'm paraphrasing myself now within a minute of saying it, but that's really what I feel like saying. Know that you are protected, and that the goals that you have you can achieve when you focus towards them and not allow yourself to be distracted by what we're talking about earlier on with stress and things like that, which is very difficult to do at times. I feel like saying, but if you can focus and channel your energy positively, know that you're protected and just keep going.
I think that's true, and this is what the 3 of Pentacles is saying. It's creating. It's creating. It's making new. It's kind of burning the fire. And the laugh was I pulled straight from the heather. So it's all about love, this, and being yourself. And it's like raw, genuine, without pretense, straight from the heather, embodies the essence of undiluted truth and honesty, like the heather standing tall amidst the rugged Scottish landscape. Let this card be a reminder to stand firmly in your authenticity, embrace transparency, value straightforwardness, and cherish the pure moments that life brings forth. Be yourself, right? And it's just stand up for yourself as well and speak your truth. So it's creating, but being the creator yourself, and stand up for yourself. Don't be frightened of what others think or do. So that's a positive card. Liz is saying old days, John. It's like Michelle Cassie, she wants a wee card. Michelle Cassie.
Michelle.
Why do Michelle's? Well, I'll do Michelle's one.
Go for it, yeah. Go for it.
Let's get the big screen up again. I got. I try to drag it over. You wouldn't let me. Maybe you're supposed to do it.
I know you always seem to put me up first. Well, I just do it then. Is that what?
I think it's not letting me go. It must be you.
Okay.
For some reason, it's not changing over. Right.
Okay. There we go. Well, Michelle, you're getting a card from me, and it is whatever this one is. Memories of the past.
Proposals.
We have got memories of the distant past to do with work, don't we? Although the cups aren't to do with work now, are they? They are to do with absent friends sometimes, and I feel like saying, perhaps you're going to see someone who you haven't seen in a long time. It sounds interesting, doesn't it? I feel like saying maybe even some kind of offer. It could be that you could be kind of represented by the little girl here and the chap offering a cup with flowers. I just feel like saying you're going to meet someone who you haven't seen for a long time, and I'm not sure what else to say about that. You getting anything, Derek, to help me out a little bit here?
Well, I've got a nice feeling. I do feel.
I'm not getting much, specific. It's just like a positive.
Roll in the dosh. That's what I've got.
Yeah, maybe it's supposed to be a surprise.
Yeah,
it's like a little hint that you've got a pleasant surprise coming up, something that you haven't or wouldn't have expected, or something that you're going to see that you wouldn't have expected, and there they are, like opposite in the street or something like that, and you just weren't expecting it.
Yep, rolling the dosh, and it's diving the realms of abundant blessings, plentiful fortunes. When this card shows up, it's a sign prosperity is on the horizon. It's already at your doorstep. Remember, while dosh is dandy, true wealth comes from the heart, hame, and kin. So it's kind of tied in with a bit of a surprise coming up. Now, Libby's there, so I thought she's on about Barlow. Do you remember Libby? It's like one of my old friends.
Libby.
Yeah.
Libs McLachlan.
Libs McLachlan, yeah. So, John, we'll do a double for Libby.
Do a double for Libby. Okay, I'll shuffle. Yeah. How many times will I shuffle? One more time?
And Georgina, she's saying she hasn't drunk for a long time either. Since last February last year.
Cool.
Spiked in a night out. Sorry to hear that. A lot of people I know has been spiked. And kind of crazy. They've lost their memory and stuff. Yeah. It's come up in my search. It's actually quite a lot. Right. Right, Libs. Right, John. 1, 2.
1, 2, 3.
3. That's it. Oh.
3.
I've got this.
Ace of Swords, I've got. You've got 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands and the Ace of Swords.
That's interesting, isn't it?
I'm going to head into new pastures, almost literally. In a sense. I'm
joined to the rabbits there, and it's all about security of the family, and it's like nurturing the kids. Whether there's good news coming up, because I know we're not allowed to speak about certain things, like fertility and stuff like that, but good news coming up. I do feel really good around the family, so I think there's some good news coming in to the family, Libby, and I feel there could be a man around you or whatever that's coming in, and I'm joining the rabbits, so it's like well, I say breed like rabbits, so it's fertility kind of drawn to there. Also, the dragonfly, which is bringing new light to the family. So I feel there's some good news regarding a young one, either passing something or getting an exam or something. I feel some good news around one of the younger ones, whether it's your granddaughter's daughter, but I do feel it's one of the girls. It's like, what are you feeling, John?
Well, I'm definitely feeling something new anyway with the Ace of Swords, and there's the Ace of Swords is actually a really powerful card, very much in the air, literally. You can see, so very much in the mind. I'm wondering what's on your mind. That's what I feel like saying. Libs, what's on your mind? That's an aside. It's something to clarify that you want to do for yourself. Is whatever it is that's on your mind, you want clarity for. That's the thing. And so you've got things that you're thinking about. Try not to spend too much time thinking about them. Try not to be too involved in the head. But I'm feeling the same thing Derek is about something new and very positive. But this card isn't about fertility. This card is about what's going on inside the mind, thoughts and things like that, and very new energies, very powerful new energies. So you want to take a step back from that to a certain extent. Like we were talking about earlier on, this kind of general theme of taking a little bit of a step back and de-stressing and getting out of the head a little bit so that you can re-clarify and really know the direction that you're going in.
Yep. So Liz, you've just had one. So that was a card for Libby there. If you've missed it, you need to rewind it. I did one for you anyway. Jen Seeley saying, thank you, John. And Jeanette Dow would like, can I have a card, please? Jeanette Dow. I'm trying to do a big tarot card, John. Don't know, it's cool. Big tarot card for her.
You're pulling a big tarot card.
The Empress, look. The Empress is a very powerful card. The number 3 is very powerful as well. And, I'm drawn to the big symbol, the kind of religious symbol there. And it's all about your belief system, what you believe. And you are the Empress. You're a divine, you're very feminine thinking, very intuitive, campaigner. Can be a bit moody, Jeanette, but for the greater good. I wouldn't like to fall out with you. It's like, but what it says is, you're a good leader, so you've got to learn to lead. So be the leader, because the Empress is a leader, but a very feminine, kind leader as well, and campaigner. So I do feel there's something that you need to take a lead on, or be an example to others with. Don't know what you're picking up on that, John.
Yeah, well, actually, just thinking about the Emperor, that card as well. I don't know, for some reason, creativity comes into my mind. The word creativity, and I just feel like saying there's an opportunity to be creative. And I've got the King of Pentacles.
That's a great card. Yeah,
that's a really good card. But look at this particular chap, though. He's kind of almost indolent the way that he's sitting there. He almost doesn't care. So for some reason, remember your passion. Be creative. Remember your passion and be creative is what I feel like saying. I don't know why I'm saying it. It's just what I feel like saying. Remember your passion and be creative, and then you will be able to achieve the things that you want to achieve moving forward. That's it.
Huh. There's it's funny we're speaking about Jeanette Dow. She just said, get a ticket for the million from Bounty Michelle Cassie. So she's saying something good's coming up to Michelle. But
a million,
yeah. Now Sharon MacArthur, she would love a card. And it's, what, I'm drawn to the sweetie cards. You pull a normal card. I've got the sweetie cards here.
Okay. Oh, the normal card. Oh, wait a minute. I just pulled that.
Aye, well, you've got it again.
I know, aye. I literally shuffled, cut, and pulled, and I got the same card again. Well, Sharon, it's not resonating. I'm shuffling and doing another one.
All right. Well, I think I know why. Because of this card.
This one is better. The
Justice. Well, that matches with the card I've just pulled for you.
Yes. This one. I mean, justice is coming. Justice is on your side. I mean, the thing about justice cards, sometimes people are a little afraid of the justice card because they're wondering if it's on their side or not. The justice card is always on your side according to what's in your highest good, though. It's not always in your highest good for you to get exactly what you want, but in a long run, it will benefit you. A little bit like, when I became ill, it benefited me in the long run because I gained new strength, new health, and new fitness. Perhaps there might be something where you don't feel things have been on your side, over the last little while, but actually it's going to turn around in your favor in the long run. But it's important to remember that sometimes things that don't seem to go well for you when when they appear to go wrong, but they benefit you in the long run, because justice is ultimately on your side, because it's ultimately what's in your best good, that ultimately that really matters. Does that make sense?
I'll tell you, it did to me, because this makes sense here, right? Shame, regret, and guilt, those are just a bullshit, right? And the laugh is forgive and let go. Let that shit go. So this card is very much saying it's time to let go, Sharon, and just be in the now, as tonight's theme's all about, and just say the F word a few times, get it out of your system. It's like, and have fun. But I do feel a lot of good stuff coming in, and I feel justice around that as well. I'm actually feeling very good about, when I speaking, we're speaking about the body and the gym and all that earlier on, I actually feel very good about my body, and actually me feeling that you're feeling good about yourself again. So keep that feeling and carry on feeling like that, because it will attract more good feelings into the body. I definitely feel, and we are therapists, so we know what we're talking about in the body and the mind. So I do feel you're starting to recover from really, it's like you're feeling a lot better, you're feeling good about yourself. So that's a good thing. And in the now, you are feeling good, Susan Proctor. Love Susan. She's a lovely, lovely lady. And may I have a card, John? You pull up. Well, we'll do a double for her, because I think she deserves one.
Yes, let's do a double, because I've got the Angels and Ancestors deck here again, so it's good if we do a double with that one.
I'll do the guild pack again. Ooh. So you ready?
Yes.
1, 2,
2, 3.
The Queen of Swords. What have you got? The wise one.
The wise one. Oh. The wise owl. I've got the wise one.
The Queen of Swords is the wise one too. She uses her third hand a lot.
Yes.
So, and she is the queen. Aren't you, Susan?
Grow within your current situation. This is what this card says. Grow within your. Remember, this is the Angels and Ancestors card. So this is if you. I feel like saying your higher self. Grow within your current situation. Whatever it is around you that has been troubling you a little bit. I feel like saying with the Queen of Swords as well. You've been judging yourself too harshly. Yeah. When it's more important to grow. When you look at these two cards together, can you pop it back up again, Derek?
Yeah.
Have you still got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the Queen of Swords, and we've got the Wise One. These two cards go very well together. The Wise One saying, "Go within your current situation." The Queen of Swords, this lady in the Queen of Swords can be a little strict in her head and a little bit judgmental. Sometimes it's projected outwards to others, and sometimes it's projected inwards to herself, because she can sometimes feel a little sad. But she doesn't deserve to feel sad, because she works very hard and she helps people all the time, just like you do. And so it's very important to gain the benefits from looking inward and finding the wisdom within, and finding forgiveness and not judgment. Just like we were talking about with the justice card earlier with the other.
And the funny thing is, I've got had your wished. Right? So had your wished, you know what this means, because you're kind of an older soul like me, is when the world feels noisy and overwhelming, sometimes we all need a little had your wished. This card invites you to find stillness within, Susan, to pause, reflect, or perhaps remind someone to respect the boundaries. So somebody's upset you. It's a call to honour the power of silence and the wisdom it brings. You know that saying being sent to Coventry, John?
Oh, yes.
Send somebody to Coventry.
I'm not talking to you. Yeah, that kind of thing, yes.
That kind of thing, yeah. So we hope that helps you, but I do feel that there's a lot of humour around you, Susan, and your humour will get you through anything. Now, there's Ling Sangstar. Hello, Lynn.
Hello, Lynn.
And I've got, Lynn, the first card I've got here, pulling for you, you're in a little bit of a pickle. So you're in a wee bit of a pickle tonight. So what is the pickle, Lynn? You need to let us know, because every now and then life tosses us into a wee bit of a pickle. A situation that's slightly tricky or challenging. This card is a gentle nudge to approach these moments with a dash of humour a sprinkle of patience. Remember, in a pickle, there's always a way out, and often a story worth chuckling about later on. So I feel there's a little of a challenge, whether it's a health challenge or whether it's a money challenge or a musical challenge for you, and it's like you're stressing over nothing. So be in the now, and you're going to be fine, and you're going to be a success. So stop stressing, Lynn.
Well, I would say you're going to be fine anyway. You've got the world card.
Yeah.
You've got the world card, a very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. Coming full circle is what is a key phrase here for me. When Derek spoke about you being in a bit of a pickle, I feel it's saying whatever the situation is going to come full circle, right back to the beginning, but in a positive way. Not in a negative way, in a positive way. It's like you're going to find a solution and wonder why you didn't think of it in the beginning, because it's going to be, wow, if I'd only thought of this straight away. It's going to be one of these kind of epiphany moments where you thought, oh my God, if only I thought of this a week ago or a month ago or whatever it is. But I feel like saying, yes, everything's going to work out just fine. It's what I feel like saying. It's going to feel a bit like it comes around full circle.
Yeah. And Ellen Stewart, can I have a card, please? Let's have a look. Oh. It's like, I've got 2 cups, John.
Oh.
So it's maybe a husband, Ellen. It's like maybe there's a romantic trip coming up, or maybe there's just a bit of you two and a bit of romance, because this is a romantic card. Now, if it's not romance, it's partnership. It's like, so maybe there's a partnership coming up with a new friend. I know one of our friends has some sad news, and I do feel that she's needing cheering up. So it could be that as well. Maybe taking our mutual friend that's had a loss lately out and about for some fun. Maybe that means that, and a bit of love, because the Cupid is about friendships as well as love. So that's maybe the reason it's coming up, John. I don't know if you want to pull a card randomly. I'll pull a more happier one, because I did a low thought there.
Yeah, I've got the 9 of Ariel anyway, and can you see the unicorn? I keep looking at the unicorn for something.
Yes, aye.
So I mean, magical creatures. You're talking about love and partnerships, and we're seeing magical creatures here. The 9 of Ariel says your dreams are fulfilled. Now it says hard work leads to success and a love for the beautiful things in life. But that first phrase, your dreams are fulfilled, is what's sticking in with me at the moment, especially when I think about the 2 of Cups.
I've got kick the can and run. It's like, so this is quite a funny one. Remember that game we used to play, kick the can and run, when we were younger? Yeah. Sometimes life is about throwing caution to the wind, having a wee bit of fun and spirit ahead with pure joy, just as we did as bairns. So it's that youthfulness. Now's the time to embrace spontaneity, find merriment in the little things, and let your spirit run wild and free. Kick the can today. So there's a lot of fun in that card,
Yeah, it's let the inner child loose.
Yeah, I think you need to do that, Ellen. She's fantastic at doing stage shows and all that, and I think you should, if you're not up to stuff like that, go out and start doing stuff like that again. Let's say thank you both, and let's like Michelle Leslie. I think she's looking for a card. Yeah, Michelle Leslie, our mutual friend. Yeah. Well, we'll do a double for Michelle because we know her.
Yeah, we'll do a double. I've still got the same. I've still got the Archangel Power cards here, so I'm just shuffling away.
I need to go and get a haircut. I've had a haircut from Michelle for ages. I need to come down and see you and Julie. The two of them, I haven't seen them for ages, John.
Yeah, I popped down a while ago and I saw Michelle, but Julie was like away. I miss Julie. I haven't been back down again. Yeah. I need to go back down again.
And so, we'll get a card for
sorry, Michelle. I'm going to come to see you guys soon. I promise.
Right. One.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
I've been given an extra call of shuffles. Right. Okay. 1,
2. Here we go. Oh, I've got the 5 of swords, sorry.
5 of swords, okay. I've got a Queen of Gabriel.
Oh, interesting card. Queen of Gabriel.
Passionate, charming, brilliant, and independent. The Queen of Gabriel.
Yeah.
This is quite a character. You can do anything right now. Go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people. You can do it. You can do anything you want. I feel as, I mean, this is the key word for you, Michelle. You can do anything right now. Go after what you want. Live more, worry less. Exactly what it says on.
I've been drawn to lift my boobs up.
You can do anything right now. So
live
just
more
believe
and worry
it.
less.
Yeah.
I forgot I had this t-shirt on, but something told me to lift this up, lift my boobs up.
Lift your boobs up. Well, don't. Anyway, never mind what I almost said.
And that's what the Five of Swords is all about: is get over the loss and kind of the feeling of kind of struggle as well, and moving forward, and you're victorious, and you are having that victory. It's been a struggle as well, but you've had that victory, and
yes.
It's not wallowing, or it's celebrating being alive. It's celebrating being in the now, Michelle, and really enjoying yourself and getting back to having fun again. So we need to get 2 years back up to Elgin for one of the events, and we'll need to come down and see them as well. So Andrea Murray has asked for a card for Alison. She was one of the bridesmaids at our wedding, John. It's her birthday, and Alison and Angela are around at her house tonight. So for Alison, we'll do a quick double for her. I know it's Andrea's name will go up there, but just a card for Alison's birthday.
In between cards, can you block Gaius Eni or whoever the hell that is? That's spamming.
Oh, I've seen. I'll do this on my. Yeah, I guess I've seen that one. Yeah, where do these people come from? It's like it must be it's what do you call it? Block. Yeah, blocked. There's another one getting blocked.
Unbelievable.
It's you can't have a decent chat show now without this crazy ones coming on.
They're blocking up the feed as well, so you can't see.
Aye. Oh God. It's like I'll report this comments. Aye. If other people report them as well, it helps us because they won't get back on. That's it. I think that's it all away now. I'll get rid of this. Where is it? Hide message. Let's get back to Alison's birthday. We're under attack tonight, John, but we're not letting it get to us because in the now, power. God, he's replying to everybody. He's blocked now, so it must be stopped now. So I think it's stopped.
Right. So
Gaius Inni,
Yes.
Right.
Hilarious.
Thank you. And here we go. Let's get back to the card. Right. Alison's double.
Alison. Oh, right.
Let's start the fun.
I've been distracted for a second there now. Oh, okay. One fell. One popped out at me, so that must be the card then for.
Well, I've started again. I've got the same thing. You've got the thing.
Right. So with Andrea, we're doing, is it?
No, it's for Alison.
We've still got Andrea up on the screen.
Aye, but it's Andrea. It's Alison. Andrea is the third bridesmaid, the second bridesmaid. Okay. Alison was the first bridesmaid. You were the best man, John. Do you remember them?
Well, yes, but I get easily confused. I'm old, remember?
Look at this, the Knight of Pentacles. This is a good card for work. Very green and really good. So I feel like there's some good news regarding work, Alison. And I feel it's good money coming in as well. So either you've got a new job, or you're doing something different, or you apply for something. The Knight of Pentacles is mastering work and money as well. Now there's a little rabbit hidden there, and you can just see it. So it's like, you're coming out of the kind of the limelight, you could say, into a more settled phase of your life. And you're very protected as well. You've got that shield around you. But I do feel really comfortable with money. So there's new money coming into you as well. So it does feel really good for your birthday. And so what are you thinking, John?
Well, actually, I've got a perfect match with this Seven of Ariel card. I'll just pop it up again. And I'll just read what it says in the bottom. You'll see what I mean straight away. You have invested wisely. Have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. So essentially, it just feels like you're on the right path. Essentially, you're on the right path. All you have to do really is keep going where you're already going. You know what your trajectory is. You know what your goals are. You know the direction you want to go in. All you need to do is maintain focus. So if we are being asked to mention this to you, it could be that you have a temptation to feel a little bit distracted round about you by one or two other things. And it's just a reminder to step back, regather your energy, refocus, and keep moving in the direction that you've been moving. You're doing nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I know I think I missed Kevin. Let's see if I can find him.
Yeah.
We've
also got a paired one from Evelyn.
Yeah. I think it was Kevin was further back, or is it?
Kevin was further back, yeah.
Kevin Mackay. See if I can find him. Kevin Mackay. No, my phone. Oh, here we go. Hello, chaps. Can I get a card? And then we'll do the paired one. Kevin Mackay, one of our Reiki students.
Good.
Good guy in Edinburgh there. So let's do a double for him.
Okay.
It's not often we get a man asking a question. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I never thought I would get so many ladies after me all the time, but
well, look at that. You're a new man now. You're slim. You're
fit. Yes. And all they want is a tarot card.
All the money I see, we're not going to pub now, eh?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, this is interesting.
Wait a minute. I've cut them, and are we ready?
1, 2, 3. Look at that. You've got a cup as well. You get Knight of Cups, and I've got the Queen of Cups. They go together.
Yes.
So I feel there's a bit of romance coming your way.
The Knight and the Queen.
Yeah.
The Knight making the offer. He's on his way. He's on his way to the Queen. You can see that. Look.
Yes, that. And it's like
he's on his way to the Queen.
There's a woman around that's very powerful, very emotional around you. And I do feel there's somebody new coming into your life, which is really interesting. I feel, and I didn't expect a kind of love connection with you tonight, Kevin, but it's like, let's see what's going on here. Here we go. I'll get a bygone, so somebody's needing forgiven. I'll get bygones, try and let bygones be bygones. Well, I'm burping here. In the ebb and flow of life, misunderstandings, tiffs may arise. But holding on to grudges won't serve any purpose. This card reminds you to practice forgiveness, find peace and reconciliation, and move forward with an open heart. So if there's somebody you've fallen out with, forgive them and just let them go. I feel this is deep rooted in your past as well. So it's like bygones. It's something that's holding you back to finding love again. And I do feel love's around the corner. Because that's a lot. You're the last person I thought would be kind of in a lover's card, but I am feeling it.
It could be part of this offer as well that this Knight of Cups seeks to make is an offer of forgiveness. I feel like saying, though, which I often feel like saying in that situation, when I talk about forgiveness, I often feel like mentioning this time as well, that that's not the same thing as, tolerance or saying that it was okay that the thing happened. You're forgiving the person in order to release the negative energy from it and to move forward with your life in a more positive way without the energy from that continuing to eat you up from the inside. You're not doing it as a way of condoning what happened. So there's a difference between forgiveness and condoning, but people often conflate the two. So forgive, you don't have to condone. But in that release, Kevin, that means that you can perhaps move forward and, as the cards suggest, find that trust and find new relationships moving forward.
Yeah. Let bygones be up.
Let bygones be bygones, yes, exactly.
So thanks, Kevin, for that. This is the one we're on about. It's time.
If time allows.
Yeah, have a card, please. Yes, certainly, Evelyn. Yeah,
absolutely.
I'll let you go first with this one, John.
Indeed. Well, Evelyn, how are you this evening? I hope you're keeping well. Now, I'm just going to a little shuffle and cut and just like that. Where are we? I can't see the card until the same time that you do, the way that I hold it up. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, really good card. Usually, I mean, the Pentacles is generally material things, but this one in particular is really about family, in essence, as well. Really about family. I keep looking at the older chap sitting there with the family around him and the pets around him and things like that. And I'm wondering about an older person in your. It's not necessarily family, but either close friendship group, perhaps, who you might be, who you might be concerned about, wanting to go and see, wanting to engage with to make sure they're all right. If that's the case, I think it's a great idea to go ahead and do that. I don't know why I'm saying that. It's just coming out. It's just first thing comes into my head is coming out my mouth right now. And I just feel like saying there might be someone you're concerned about, but I feel like some of the concern might be a little misplaced. It might be more in the head than anything else. It might be more a tendency to worry about people you care about. But it might not be as bad as you think, if that makes sense. But there is only one way to find out, and you know what it is.
Yeah, and I've pulled Get Laldy. Go for it. Get Laldy. So pour your heart and soul into what you do and get Laldy. This card is all about passionate commitment, the joy of full throttle enthusiasm, Evelyn. And dive into life's performances with gusto and let the world witness your fiery spirit. Your passion and zeal can be the spark that lights up not just your path, but inspires others to find their rhythm too. So, if you're sitting there and you're moping, it's time to get up and get off your arse. If you're fiery, attract more. It's like so. It's a card, and this is all about being in the now. Our theme tonight, Evelyn, is go for it and go and enjoy yourself. Right? Get loudy.
Get loudy.
Yeah. And Kevin is saying, thanks, may your lums reek, John.
Nice.
Now, I think there's a couple at the end there. Let's go back to the bottom. Lorraine, Kevin, Georgina. Well, we do the last two is Lorraine and Georgina. So, Lorraine, can I get a card, please? Well, I'm kind of drawing a big card here, John, so I'll just go with it for Lorraine McGovern. Oh, this is saying to me that you need to rest, right? You're getting your burnout. Now, you have got energy in reserve, but they're saying if you rest and recuperate and take time out for yourself, Lorraine, it's been in the quiet moments, and it's the theme tonight is being in the now and not overthinking. I don't feel you're sleeping very well for some reason. So it's maybe you've been overthinking about life's challenges, you could say, because remember, it's always easier to come and get a reading from either one of us and speak to you properly, because I do feel you've got a lot going on in your head. Now, where it's a bit of overthinking, John, I don't know what you're picking up there just quickly, but I feel a little bit low, Lorraine, so maybe you need a bit of push or pulled up. And that's what that's all about, is rest, take time out for yourself. Opening, well, that's kind of matches, yeah.
Yeah, opening. I am open to receiving the gifts of the universe, but I'm looking at the heart and the figure in within there is kind of, the head is down a little bit. Yes. Open your heart. This opening card, literally, I think for you means open your heart. Open a heart to yourself, though. Open your heart to yourself first, then you can open it more again to others. So very short and sweet for me this time. That's what I feel.
Yeah. I feel the same. It's like, I think there's a lot going on, but it's something we should discuss off air or in a reading or whatever. Or come and see us, because Elaine, I do feel there's a lot going on around you, right? Now, Georgina, our kind of psychic on the side.
Yeah, no, I've seen that.
It's always helping out in the little message that she gives. So, of course, there's always time to give you a card, Georgina. I think we should do a double.
A double. I had a
Oh,
feeling that you
double.
were going to say that, strangely enough,
Yeah.
you know.
I've got the.
I'll do that in just a second. I've
Yeah.
got the angels and
In
ancestors.
fact, I've got two. I've got 2 or 3 things here. Yeah. Ha! She's gonna love these cards. Oh God. Right, first card. Are we ready?
Double, yeah.
1, 2, 3. I've got the 4 of Wands again tonight. It's the second time it's come up. And you've got protection, guard. No, it's good because the 4 of Wands is about protection. And you are protected. And it is saying it's a good family card as well. So hopefully there's good news in this there. The one that really got me, John, is you're a smart bastard. So I'm not getting on you, Georgina. This card is all right, genius, and you are a genius. You're a smart bastard, right? It's all about recognizing those strokes of brilliance and witty retorts and clever maneuvers. Celebrate your moments of sharp thinking and don't be shy to flaunt that wit. Here's a toast to masterminds and their quick-witted escalades. And it kind of matches what you've been doing tonight, helping everybody. Psychic on the side, yeah, you definitely are. So you're smart, you're intelligent. And I also pulled this one. I came out with it. I was stuck to it. Did I be so glick and do something, right? So this is a reminder. Be more serious this time, Georgina. In the heart of every Scot, there's a fire drive to take action when the moment demands. While it's grand to have a laugh and jest around, there are times when you've got to roll up your sleeves and get to work. This card encourages you to channel that Scottish tendency. It's don't just stand there being glicked. Let your inner spirit push you forward, whether it's a task, a dream, or a hurdle. Tackle it head on, and determination with the determination of the Highlands. What that's saying is, and the reason I wrote that card when I was designing it is, you know how sometimes you're in shock. Dinna be so glick it. It's dinna be so shocked. Dinna be so awkward. Is just go for it. Dinna let the mind stop you, right? So and do something because I feel you undersell yourself.
That's interesting, especially with what's coming to me when I see this card as well, relating to that. This card it's apart from it says protection guarding, drop your shields. Basically, so the general message is in drop your shields. I think is trust that you can. And this relates to what Derek's saying about perhaps if you're sometimes in your mind a little bit, how much. So you might try strike a balance between having enough protection up so that you're not attracting all the energy that's out there that's going to attack you constantly when you're going around if you're sensitive.
It was her thought for all these crazy people on YouTube.
While at the same time trying to remain sensitive to do readings. This is saying drop your shield, you're protected. That doesn't mean do it in a way that's not responsible, obviously, and I know that you wouldn't. It's just offering a little bit of extra confidence for you that it's time for you to understand that your skills are greater than you think they are. Your skills are far greater than you think you are, than you think they are, and it's time for you to explore the next level in your work. It's what I feel like saying. And to do that, you have to show a little more trust and a little more willingness to open yourself to a little more of that energy. Just trust that you are ready.
It's funny because for some reason we've been logged off Facebook. It's like because it's saying we're still alive. I just think you're still alive in yours, but on my phone we've been logged off. I don't know why it's doing that. Thank you both. So if we've logged off, we're very sorry to people. But if you're still there, you could pass on messages to Georgina. Maybe she'll get this, but it's probably because it's past the time anyway. Spirit said it's time for us to rest, John.
I just had a quick check, and according to my Facebook page, we're still live on it.
Well, so it must have been off mine. It certainly went off the Happy Mediums page there. So, well, can I see cheerio to everybody anyway? So, Unfortunately, it was cut off.
Yeah.
But it's still on YouTube and all that, and Twitch, so they're still on the go. I think Twitch is kind of 2 hours. Double check. Yeah, unable to connect on my one, so something's happened. It's went off. Sometimes if there's been complaints, they'll do that. They'll shut us off. And there might have been people reporting at other people earlier on. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. And next week, I've got Neen coming on, talk about animals again. Following that, I've got Sarah. And no doubt John will pop his head in now and again.
Yeah.
And, I'll speak to you in a wee minute, John. But cheerio, everybody else.
Yeah, thank you.